What is up? Josh here, and I I have misplaced my Procreate keyboard, so that's why I'm a couple of minutes late. I am gonna continue looking for that for a couple more minutes while I let people show up. Um, but yeah, that I don't know where my Procreate keyboard went, and I really like my Procreate keyboard, so I'm gonna try to find that. Um, yeah, I'll be back in just a minute. Wish me luck. All right, yeah, I have no idea where it went. So I am just not gonna worry about the Procreate keyboard today. It is what it is. Oh well. Um, Maybe I left it at the studio yesterday. I'm going to assume I left it at the studio yesterday. But yeah, hey everyone, or one person who is currently tuned in. Thanks for joining. I am working from home today. Might go out later today and see if I can find my Procreate keyboard. Unless it's just lost. And if that's the case, there's no other option. I'm gonna have to buy that Tourbox Pro Elite Pro thing, the Tourbox that'll actually connect to an iPad. That's the only other option I have instead of the really awesome $40 Procreate keyboard that I already have. What a shame. What a shame. I don't even think it was 40 bucks. I think it was like 20. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my wife will totally understand why I spent $300 on this little video game controller looking thing, right? Right? Tell me she will. I have no idea what brush I'm using. My wife and I actually had a pretty good heart-to-heart the other night. Um, which spawned the idea for today's video. Say idea for today's video. It's yeah, I've been feeling awfully behind lately. And I don't like that I've been feeling so behind. So I'm gonna give myself a bit of a pep talk today. That's the whole purpose of this one. And to talk it through with anyone else who might feel behind and needs to not beat themselves up so much, because I've been beating myself up a lot. So, person tuning in, what is something that has made you feel like you might be behind lately? Yeah, I'm calling you out specifically because I have one current viewer. You know who you are. Hop in the chat. I don't know who you are, not yet, but I will. Maybe if I bully you enough into saying hi in the chat. Let's do a little bit of a warm up here. Oh, sorry. A little congested. I do have plenty of coffee today, so that is fantastic news. Yeah, I do not like not having my Procreate keyboard.
Can I have 2 protein balls?
Well, dude.
Can I have 2 protein balls?
Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna see if I can actually draw and talk at the same time today. Or I don't know. Maybe we won't. Since I'm not able to get anyone to actually respond, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and start chatting about what I wanted to chat about. Um, so yeah, there's this feeling of really being behind lately that I've been struggling a lot with. Because my wife is like really busting through school, and I have sort of put my career on hold for that to happen. Um, and it has really been hard to accept lately, because summer is here, and uh, I've been spending a bunch of time with my kids, and I haven't been getting quite as much done lately as I'd hoped to get done, like how could I? It's a lot, like taking care of kids and the house and trying to run a business and uh all of that fun stuff takes a lot of time, and it's time that I just really don't always have, and I've been beating myself up for it a lot. And so me and my wife, we uh we had this discussion about it, and came to the hard realization that like this is just a season of our life together that is going to sort of suck. And suck might not be, well, yeah, it sucks. I don't really get to see my wife, and that does indeed suck. But we knew what we were signing up for, even if the implications of that didn't really sink in when we made that deal. But honestly, her going back to school is the best thing for our family, even if it puts my career on hold. Um, I think I was bitter about that for a little bit, because like she was always the stay-at-home mom before she decided to go back to work and then focus on her career, and then get into school to focus on advancing her career even further. And that's when I built my career, when she was a stay-at-home mom. Uh, and I'm grateful for that. But we did eventually realize that my career, especially locally, has very limited upward mobility, and her career has a lot of opportunity that mine does not afford us. So her career actually is our family's priority at the moment. And uh, that is okay. When she graduates, I'll have more opportunity for my career. But until then, the best thing I can do for her, for us, for our family is support her in her career and education and all of that fun stuff. Doesn't mean it's going to be fun. Hard pills to swallow. Yeah. So the current plan is my overall goal is to not lose momentum. If I can maintain some of my momentum, or at least keep my momentum from completely disappearing, then it'll be a lot easier to pick up my career or continue growing it after she graduates. Guess I'm changing this pose a little bit. That's okay. It makes it more interesting. I miss my keyboard. Skewed perspective always makes things really challenging.
My favorite. Believe me. Here you go. Don't worry. There's so much everywhere. Oh, no. Really, you can stop. Real.
But yeah, the that's random. The that feeling of being behind. We both talked about it. Like, is it helpful? No, obviously not. So the question then became, well, how do I not necessarily control it, but channel it or accept it or whatever I have to do in order to like, move past that challenge, that bitterness, whatever. So I just had to start reframing everything that was happening. Like, is this useful? How can I think of this time as something better, more productive? And what it ended up boiling down to for me anyway was just like asking myself, why am I comparing? So that's number one. Is there a reason for me to compare where I'm at versus anyone else? No, of course not. That's an obvious thing. Am I racing anybody? No. What's good about this situation? Well, hey, what's up, Jay? So the good things about the situation, I get to hang out with my kids. I get to take my kids to work with me. It's something that not a lot of people get to do. I'm able to like really take care of things around the house over the summer. Not a lot of people get all of that time. I do. So ha ha ha. But also, big thing for me is that, there's really no finish line. Art is one of those skills where you can go forever. So if there's no finish line, racing doesn't do any good anyway. This is a really good Tarzan pose. I'm gonna like reset the timer on that one. See if I can get it flipped back. There we go. This is a sort of a challenging pose. Let me get the box of the rib cage coming up like that. I'm doing this way more boxy than I normally would because the perspective is so interesting. This knee comes down. Oof. That was a tough pose. Hmm. Jay, I'm a little curious. How old are you, sir? We've had a few conversations in the Discord. And if you don't want to say, that's fine. That's fine. I'm doing okay-ish. I was venting earlier about feeling behind because I've sort of sacrificed my career for my wife's, but not necessarily in a bad way. Actually, in a very good way. Oh, dude, I'm I am a little younger than you, but I am not far behind. you're you're not old. Um, Actually, I'll be right back. I need to let my shepherd out. He is whining to go outside. Alrighty, I have returned. Not for super duper long because I'm making my little one some waffles, but I am back. So 44, and you are transitioning into full-time illustration or like comic book making, illustration. One of those two things, right? Right? Like, I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong, but I swear you're the one that I was talking to about like being super determined to transition into art as a career eventually. If I'm wrong, call me out. That's fine. Yes. All right. Cool. So, um, like, are you also like? So we are of a very similar age. I'm in my late 30s. Are you also in that stage where you just sort of feel like, oh, I should be somewhere that I'm not in terms of career growth? Perfect. Oh, I lost that one. I lost that one hard. Oh well. Oh, and the dog needs in, and the waffles are done. So, again, I will be right back. Alrighty, let's get back to it. Lots of ideas and stories. Just need the skills to get there. Well, yes. So, you're going for comics, right?
You're sleeping up. Of course not. It's my party outside. I want to grow up. That is not what you need. You want to grow up too. Grow up the family group. You want to be teenagers. You should bring them. High five, sister. Let's compete for love. Lipstick for the other sister too. A little mascara for my sister. How much longer? Silver ribbons, new nails. These right here. Nice. Come on, let's go. You'll be staring at the mirror all day. Oh, look. Hello. Meet my girlfriend, Queen Bee. Did you make me blush, honey? Oh, no. Come back for a minute. Lady Bobo is special. I've always loved her. Oops, a photograph. What is this? Happy note. Let me see. No, no. What? She's in love with Captain. This is going to go viral. Music. This, oh. Hey, you, give me that back, honey. I got some soda. What? You're not going to go in the kitchen. Honey, help me. What's going on? They broke my phone. Oh, no, they're in trouble. Let's go. Hey, where are you going?
I think I'm gonna call that for a good, decent page of full body gestures.
Ah, I messed up. I'm sorry.
All right,
Here you go. Leaving.
let's get this switched to hands. I want to do a hand session.
Come on. Wait, I don't want to.
Just a few hands to.
I don't want to. I don't believe in science. Hey, it's Queen Bee.
Ooh,
A team is doing support. Hey,
what? No, let's clear that. I need a different one.
the sisters of next come into super.
Dude, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's go. Girls need weapons. Take 2 half foot.
Body parts. Hands. How many hands are in this one? 814. There we go. Oh, no. Not 814. 735. Whatevs. And my gesture drawing app is crashing. Crashing hard. I mean, that's awesome. Like, just knowing that you're exploring is still really cool. I've got another dog one again. Of course. Oh, played sports. Never encouraged art. That's a very common thing. Man, I saw some of your comic work in the Discord. You're for being a year in, you're kind of killing it. Congrats.
Someone's trying to take that. Come on. You're going to die. Oh. Oh, no. This, there's no time to think. Let's chase them down real quick. Here, stay away from the bus. You can take it. Sure. Wow, thanks for that. You make me needed one. Sure. Where's that note? Hurry up. Yeah, I'm coming. Hurry up. Let's go. Oh. There's the little It's about to fall in. No, flag, stop. My baby. Don't rush. You'll figure it out. I think I know where it is. Let's go. There's his lair. Let's
I'm not sure. I don't believe you. I swear that was you. I don't know. If I'm mistaken, then I apologize.
The water monster is ready. You icebergs. I almost forgot. Thanks. Where's the blacksmith? It's over. Wait, Alpha, there's Mom. Jay, we won. We got it. Where's the answer me? This didn't go as expected.
God, this is so horrible. My first few hands are always like garbage. Oh, killer. That's awesome. No, I did not really participate in the monthly challenge stuff because I just don't have the bandwidth to do that right now. Like I barely have the bandwidth to be a mod in general. But it's a great opportunity to like pick the brain of Surveil. So I continue with my moderator duties and the extra accountability that comes from some of the projects that we do on the mod team. Super awesome. Good morning, Miss Namira. My daughters are arguing. It is kind of hilarious when they argue, but also I really wish that my kids could all, on occasion, get along. Yeah, I don't have my Procreate keyboard, Namira. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Like I keep reaching over to try and tap a key to like increase or decrease my brush size, and I don't have it anymore. I've not misplaced it, but just group those fingers. Driving and listening and typing. You're typing, obviously, or you wouldn't be able to tell us that you're driving. That's bad. Don't text and drive. I don't like this hand. It's another one of those like, oh, my first few suck. Well, this one sucks. Sucks bad. Oh, without the keyboard, yeah. Hmm. Eh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Control Z. Well, Command Z, because Mac. Alright. I didn't have my hand, like, references pulled up on the reference map. Actually, that's something interesting to talk about. Do I have... yeah, I guess I've got the timer cropped out. Oh well. Let's see. Screen cap. Yeah, I can shut that off. Alright, check this out. So this is my giant reference document. I've talked about this on occasion. So like I've got this giant reference document of my entire influence map, or at least huge portions of it, not all of it. So like in each little section of my reference map, I've got like this art from Jason Chan. Love Jason Chan. He's a very early inspiration of mine. He's been like rocking it for a very long time. He's a Magic the Gathering artist. This was like the first piece from Jason Chan that I saw back in 2006. Yeah, he's always done really cool stuff. This is a little graph that I saw. I think San may have shared it at some point. I think that's where I first saw it. But it like perfectly illustrates the growth curve in art. And where you're frustrated. So typically when you're frustrated, that's exactly the time where your actual technical skill is going to eventually increase. So that's always fun. Got some Ahmed Eldori, and all of this construction stuff. So these are people that I look up to in terms of figure construction. Patrick Jones, Mike Matezi, 1010, Will Weston. 1010 does some really awesome stuff, figure construction wise. Then we've got all of my video game inspos, a lot of Final Fantasy and Zelda. Yeah. We've got some Pathfinder RPG art because I'm a huge tabletop nerd. I'm going to zoom way out and skip over the Louis Royo stuff because that's for grown-ups. So my hand references, I've got some like Proco and Leyendecker. Oh my god. Proco and Leyendecker stuff. We got a bunch of art from Frank Frazetta, because I love Frazetta, and Cynthia Shepard, and some arcane concept art, and frames from the actual show. Then my hair references, I've got a bunch of Leyendecker and a bunch of Loish stuff for hair references. So the reason I keep this giant inspiration or influence map pulled up pretty much all the time is so that whenever I'm working on any piece of art, whether that is gestures or final illustration, whatever it is, whatever I'm working on, I can like find someone as a direct influence to like zoom in on that part of my influence map and be like, oh, well, for hair, I really want to try to capture as much of like Leyendecker and Loish's technique as possible. So whenever it comes time to actually render the hair, I'll pull up this part of my influence map, zoom way in, and be like, all right, is it at least approaching this standard? And if it is, awesome. If it isn't, then I just keep working on it until it does. Same for hands. Like if I'm doing hand gestures, I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's make it look as much like this as I can. Like, does the shape design, the shape language look about the same? Can I get it closer? And when it comes to hands, that's really freaking hard. But that's why I have this pulled up anytime that I'm working on hands, even just gestures. Alrighty, we are back. Let's transition back. Yeah, that's how I tend to operate with most of my art education stuff, and it's really useful. Like when I forget to do that, that's when things tend to fall apart. Oh. Actually, so this is a good time to talk about like useful comparison. So what I'm showing off here is, in my opinion, what useful comparison looks like. So I can compare my work to people that I respect and see how they can influence my work in a way that pushes me to be better to my ideals. But I'm not, since that really tough conversation with my wife where I was like, I've sacrificed my career for your career, which is what's best for our family, but it still stings. After a bit of introspection, I'm like, all right, but like, did I actually sacrifice my career, or have I intentionally designed my career to facilitate really the life that I want? And if I look at it through that lens, then the answer is yes. Like my definition of success, which is my personal definition of success, is to make enough money to support my family while still getting to tuck my kids into bed every night, getting to study the things that I want to study, getting to read the things that I want to read, and have fun while I do it, and to have a big network of friends and acquaintances and professional relationships. Like that's my definition of success. It has nothing to do with making millions of dollars or having a raving following base. I don't care about any of that. I'm very much an introvert, so like, I can sit here at home and talk to people, or I can go to the studio and tattoo people one-on-one, and like that actually is my definition of success. Now, the next phase of that growth for me is going to be a mobile career, which is why I'm focusing so much on illustration lately. And like I haven't really had the opportunity to pursue illustration to the extent that I would like. but that's only because I'm comparing my growth in illustration to people who have spent decades illustrating. Um, and I haven't. Not exactly. Like, I've been tattooing for a decade, right at it anyway. But in terms of like focusing on professional quality illustrations, it's been 2 years. Like, I don't think I'm doing that bad for being 2 years in. Um, I did hit some like stall points, but seeking out mentorship has helped me navigate those points of failure. um, or points of plateauing, but comparing myself to where those people are in their careers is not a fair comparison to me, or them. So what I'd rather do is compare, like, find ways to compare my work to other people's work in a healthy way, which is what can I learn from this work, not God, I should cut my hands off because I'll never get there. No, that's not useful. um, but there is another type of healthy comparison, which is, am I better than I was a year ago? That's another way to compare in a healthy way. And yes, I am. Yeah, true story. I think that is the quote. I don't remember who said it, but yeah, that is the quote. Oh man. All right, back to drawing a little bit. I don't know. I've got a very full life, and I'm happy with my very full life. So why compare? Especially like unhealthy comparison. Hmm. Um, I had a similar quote at one point. It was like, when shit gets really tough, just grit to it. Like, get to it, but grit to it. Yeah. I don't know. I actually don't encourage people to dig in to the grit anymore. Like, it's very hustle mentality, and I'm anti-hustle if there ever was such a thing. What's up, Trey? Anymore, what I actually focus on instead of grit is a little hack, which is simple in theory, difficult in practice. Very cool when you pull it off, though, in my humble opinion. And it's really just, how can I make this easy or fun? And then you don't need grit. Like, you short circuit the idea of like what it actually takes to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Because we have this I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing for me. Not hustling doesn't mean I don't work hard. What is up, Lane? Thank you, sir. I'm actually getting ready to, in just a minute, start your next challenge. Yeah. It's coming. I'm actually not happy with, well, that hand looks pretty cool. This one's not horrible. Oh, where the hell was I? Oh, the not hustling doesn't mean I'm not working hard. That hack makes it really easy, in my opinion, to like go fucking 10x on whatever it is that you're having fun at. So if you can find the things that really matter to you and then find a way to make it extraordinarily fun to do those things, or easy and fun, and then work really hard at easy, fun things, you can outperform almost anybody. There's a great quote, I don't remember who it was from, but it was talking about mountain climbers, and it's like the best climbers on the mountain are the ones that are having the most fun climbing that mountain, you know. Like, they will outclimb everyone else because they're just having a blast. That is where I would like to spend most of my time, is on incredibly fun things. Because then I can outclimb everyone on the mountain. Not because I'm trying to outclimb everyone on the mountain, but because I'm having a blast while I'm on the mountain, you know? Yes. God, I miss my Procreate keyboard. It makes things so easy. And I don't like... Well, there it is, the easy and fun thing. I don't like not having my Procreate keyboard because it made drawing so much easier and more fun, because I can just quickly undo everything that I don't like, or have a shortcut for have a shortcut for all of the common things that I do while I'm drawing. Sad Josh. Not horrible. Not a great hand. See you around, man. Thanks for tuning in. God, it is so hard to. Hey, I am actually. I just posted about this the other day. Like I've never done a real collab or anything. I would love to do that with someone sometime soon. But yeah, I will see you around the Discord, good sir. I hope things are going well in the new space. I was there for like a minute and I was like, this is like I love the work ethic of everyone inside of the Patreon space, but I didn't want to like overstay my welcome in there because he was just asking for some feedback on it before it launched. It's like, yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. Maybe change this. And then I was like, yeah, I don't know if I should stay, so I'm gonna just zoom out for a minute. Oh, that's a sloppy hand. Sausage hand. That's a boring hand. Ooh. Cool.
Okay.
Let's zoom way in here. See if I can... That's an eraser.
That's the crib. It's all fine. Where is the baby? Going to die. Alright, I'm here. I'm making a call.
My little ladies are now destroying the kitchen
Here.
because
Here.
they are little forces of nature. And I'm just gonna group those two fingers together.
Kids, it's time to leave. Yeah, I don't want to
Artistic
Well,
license there.
let's go with her. Still sleep in her back. Yeah. We're going to the party for tonight. Be all of the babies. But I want to be a baby. God, I know anyone doesn't come in. What's this? Something
Oh, all right. I think I'm done with hands for now. That's a that's a weird pose. All right. Yeah, I want to do a couple of like literally just a couple of really quick head sketches, and then I will do a couple of head studies from Sir Lane's assignment for the week. And I feel really bad because I've kind of not been able to focus on anything extra over the past week. So I wasn't able to keep up with Lane's assignment last week, but he gave me a pass. Thank you. I'm gonna do a couple of 5-minute head sketches as soon as I can find my portrait. My heads folder. Here we go. All of these heads are from Pexels Photography. Yeah. So let's see if I can do a quick 5-minute portrait. See if so a couple of my favorite rhythms of the face are actually right. Oh yeah. So, two of my favorite rhythms of the face are from the eyebrows to the corner of the eyes. And then like finding this ratio. That's not really a rhythm. But dang it. Alright. Preferences. Yeah, come join the yeah, there are way too many channels. Well, not too many. We've, in my opinion, really only added sort of what was well, a little more than necessary, but well, some of that's my fault. And then for capturing a likeness, there's a very special shape that helps you capture a likeness super quick, and it's this one right here. If you get those points similar, and boom, get an instant, well, not an instant likeness, but a much better likeness. What's up, Ciara? Ciara? I'm feeling sloppy right now. I don't know why my daughters are screaming at each other right now. Stream is going. It's going okay. In which way am I feeling behind? Well, distracted. No, so through the summers especially, I always get, I don't want to say bitter, but I do struggle through the summers to think about like my output or a lack of output. Because I essentially turn into a stay-at-home dad through the summers, and it can be frustrating.
This is not candy, it's just cats. You like yes, well, I'll make this into cans. Then I'll make it magic.
But I've also, yeah, I've got 3 kids. Got 3 kids, 8, 6, and 4. And they are a handful, but yeah, it's very difficult to have a routine, especially whenever I'm I'm trying to transition my career and supporting my wife through her career growth. So we have to find ways to make it work, and sometimes it doesn't, and that's part of the struggle. Yeah. Well, my son is the oldest. He helps sometimes, and he hurts sometimes. he'll definitely on occasion make things harder just because he's feeling the need to assert his dominance over his sisters or something. I don't know. Dang it. That's right. Oh, it's fine. I am used to the dad life, and I'm fine with the dad life. It's just sometimes it does wear on you.
It's a pet. Wait. And there was those eggs.
Yeah, I'm just, I think everything, if you time it, pushes you to be more focused and observant, but I'm trying to time it, but it's harder to do on a live stream. Like normally I can bust out a portrait in 20-ish minutes, and sometimes I do like 2-minute challenges with faces just to see how fast I can get not necessarily a likeness, but the overall shape of the head and face, which are two different things. Like your head shape is not the same as your face shape.
A kitty that got twinkle.
What is up? Good evening. It is very much morning where I'm at. Where are you from? My Apple Pencil has been leaving these weird stray marks on my drawings lately, which is frustrating. She has a very low brow. Come on, let's talk. I need to get Well, thank you for tuning in.
Let's put our pets in the house. No, I'm supposed to be. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, the kitty's gonna sweat. The pet is out. Let's put this right there. The first is what? Look at you. You're not there. That's where you go. I fell.
What's up next? 8 p.m. 4 p.m. in Malta. Very cool. And it's currently 10:27 here. I did 3 quick little mass sketches of faces. Let's move on to Lane's exercise. Just pause that. We can get rid of the gesture drawing thing. Okay, so let me pull up Discord. I'm gonna skim through, not verbatim, but skim through my assignment for Lane. Oh, I hear screaming children. Ah, ha, ha. Okay. 1, 4, and 6 are the most important. Interpret the colors non-literally instead of assuming the skin is red, orange, whatever. Yeah, all right. Go with how the color feels. All right. Challenge accepted, sir. Let's get here. Let's make a page. So 1, copy image. And these are images from Earth's World, which is candid photos of people at northeastern or northeastern, I think, northeastern carnivals, which is pretty interesting. So, goal is. Oh, actually, I have a question. Question for Sir Lane, since you're actually in the chat. Let me pull up the chat so I can see what I'm. Where's it? There's. Did I ever draw furries? I did not, actually. I did not draw furries. Never got into that. Software that I use. I am a Procreate artist. Like, pretty exclusively Procreate anymore. I used to do Photoshop and then Krita. But after my Cintiq died, after many years of use, I was like, yeah, I want to be able to sit on the couch and draw. I don't want to have to be tethered to my desk. So the iPad was my solution and never turned back. I've been using the iPad for a few years now. Totally worth the money that I spent to get an iPad. Oh, my son's phone is ringing. Yeah, I mean, you walk out into any redneck American town, and I say that as a citizen of a redneck American town, you're gonna see some pretty interesting characters. Yeah, that's it is a thing for sure. Oh yeah, I completely get that. I just never really got into the anthro stuff except for like werewolves, which I know like canine furries are one of the more uh, common themes in the furry community, and yeah, it actually does. It does look very interesting. I have been wanting to get into like creature design eventually because I'm obsessed with fantasy art, and creature design just seems like a whole lot of fun. Um, but I'm doing art fight this year too, so there's a higher than small chance that I'll end up doing some anthro or creature design stuff during art fight, which starts in like 4 hours, 3 hours. I'm not sure. I'll have to. All right, my son's friend is trying to call him, so I'm gonna take his phone to him so that they can chat. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So art fight is a July contest, and it's basically it's my first year participating, but it's an art trading contest. So everyone gets together and starts drawing each other's OCs, and whoever like it's split into two teams, and the themes for those teams are randomly decided throughout, or like right before art fight starts every year. And this year it's fossils versus crystals, and I went with fossils because I'm an old guy. Ha. Um, but at the end of the month, they total up which team got the most points based on like the amount and quality of art that was done. Um, and then one team wins. Like it's a competition, but it's a friendly one because your attacks are drawing the OCs of the other team. So you attack the other team by drawing one of their OCs for them, and in turn they can attack you in a revenge by drawing your OC. So you have to have like at least one character that you want other people to draw repeatedly. It's a giant draw this in your style challenge, basically. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people participating over the past few years. I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. And this year I'm like, I'm gonna do that. Oh, definitely. Um, yeah. And have I ever tried drawing eldritch horrors? Um, once upon a time, yeah. Like back in high school. And well, I've done a few like eldritch horror tattoos too. Let me see if I can find one. Uh, where's my photos app? No, not Photoshop. I don't need Photoshop. Force quit. Haha. Alright. Just Apple Photos, please. No, I did one fairly recently that I was super happy with. This kid's second tattoo, and he got a whole lower stocking, his calf filled with just a Lovecraftian horror. It was like a Kraken type thing, but all black work so that it looked extra creepy. I don't know if I have any photos of it or just video. I don't even know if I can find it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, and I did that abyssal dragon thing too. It was very flat. Is this the final version of it? Yeah. It's very flat, but see if it'll... There it is. So I did this, like, abyssal dragon thing. It was not the most creative use of my... I did that during Smogus last year. It's just another one of those things where I was like, let's get it out quick. Let's get it out quick. Yeah.
Daddy, can you give me more time?
Can I give you more time? Okay, I got totally distracted. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna draw. Oh, Lane, I had a question. Am I allowed to do an underdrawing? Or am I supposed to get straight to painting?
I haven't reached him. Oh, get it. Oh, you
I'm
want
gonna
me
try to
cut it?
like
Oh.
caricature it a little.
Daddy, whip me. Oh, sorry. I accidentally bumped your head. Claim for me. Daddy.
Jeez.
Cool whip.
Put it back in the fridge. I've cool whipped you up. Go away. They're not listening. Of course not. All right, cool.
Put it back in the fridge now. Let's go to our bed. No.
Huh. Take it easy, Miss Namara. Thank you for tuning in, as always. I appreciate you. Hmm. Seeing the asymmetries on some of these faces is really interesting. Caller. He's going to become a wizard fella. Oh. Yeah, I like I'm sitting here like, all right, well, let's focus on the rhythm from like this eye to this eye, and I'm like, it's way off. Like that, if I were to draw like any of uh the Riley rhythms on this head, it wouldn't look like him at all. But like, I still want to think about a likeness. If that, I don't know. It's interesting. Let's go really big. Drop the opacity. Yeah, I had no idea what Earth's world was until you said that I was going to be studying some Earth's world faces. And then I looked into it, I was like, wow, these are some really weird char caricatures of people, you know? Like, they are themselves very caricatured. A lot of them, anyway. Um, it was really interesting to look at a lot of their faces. Hmm. Trying to really get those shadow shapes in, so that I've got like basically that distillation study again without being too linear about it. Um, yeah. Huh. This is true. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't know about how true it is that every painter goes on a mission there, but I believe it. I'm saying the direct lighting really does help with the facial structure. I'm going to leave just a sliver there, and then we're going to lose this edge in his neck. I will leave a sliver there, just so that his chin is identifiable as a chin. Every other edge of his lower face area is going to get lost. I'm going to make this dude look menacing. Hmm. That is an interesting observation that I would not have thought about. Huh. So, regarding reflected light and form, should I still not consider stupid dog, hold on. Okay, I am back. So, regarding the reflected light comment, you have piqued my interest here. Does that mean I should design the shapes differently and assume that everything is a darker tone? Or should I So rather than designing the shadows, it would invert and I would be designing the light hitting the form rather than the shadows. But does that mean I should approach this step differently is the question. Like, hmm. Because honestly it feels relatively the same. That means I'll be designing shapes in the midtones with my... Oh. I think I get it. So, correct me if I'm wrong, please, because that's what I need you to do. Um, so what I'm going to end up doing is designing the shadows, and then everything else on his face, except for like speculars, is going to be the midtone of the shadow, because it's a reflected light, if that makes sense. And then outside of that, I can design with shadows and highlights. Well, shadows and lights. Is that... Am I grasping that? I don't know if you guys can hear my son playing his video games. He's getting really into it. Oh. Alright, so Nora's cheek. The one that's clearly in shadow, and focus on the rest of his face. Gotcha. So I'm gonna redline this and see if I can actually identify what's happening here. So, well, not redline. I'm gonna go blue. So, all right, here we have a specular. Here we have a specular. Here we have a little bit of a specular, and here and here. Here we have some really interesting reflected light from the blue. Yeah, so you're painting light. That's what I was thinking. So that means this whole plane right here is specular as well, and here, here. And the light is basically this. So it's reflecting here. This is actual light. This is actual light. This is just a specular that looks like an actual light. This is, okay. Think bigger. What if I think smaller? Okay, so I'll do this and just cast everything in shadow over here so that I can ignore it-ish, and then paint the light later. So if I'm thinking about bigger shapes, and then I can paint the light on later. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to approach it a little differently. And as you said, think bigger. So I'm going to mid-tone it all so that it is darker. And then I'll carve out the light. And we'll let a lot of detail get lost. Well, thank you, Ved. I actually need to get off of here soon. I just realized how late it was. Alright, so now... Well, let's go back to this. Just... Boop. Goodbye, eye. Don't even need you. And honestly, foreground eye is much darker. Alright. I really need to see what I'm... Take it easy, GS. I really gotta go too. I've got children to feed. I think I got way too into the tonal study of this one. That is okay. Or not the tonal, the value study. Yeah, drop my thing. So. Completely screwed up the shape of his nose. It's way like that. There we go. Now it's just misplaced. There we go. It's still misplaced, but that's okay. I don't care. I've screwed up his whole face just now. So let's do that. And that. It's actually pretty close. Haha, cheater. Cheater, cheater. Nope. Wrong smudge brush. That is. I don't know. It's just a habit to use the tools available to me. Oh. God, I was supposed to leave a few minutes ago. Oh, man. Well, Lane, I think you're the only one still here, sir. I appreciate you tuning in and giving me some advice and feedback and stuff and things. Gonna keep working through it. I don't know if you can hear my son in the background or not. But yeah, for anyone who might tune in later, though, I'm gonna go through my spiel. So thank you all for tuning in. I am doing my best to not feel so behind lately, and Lane, the man I've been chatting with in the chat here, is a huge help in that not feeling so behind, even though I am humbling myself to seek mentorship from someone who is younger than me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It is so chaotic. Hold on. Give me just a second. All right. That was a quick be right back. As I'm on my way out. But yeah, so if you're feeling behind, as I have quite a lot over this this summer break and the past year that my wife has been back in school, because like I said, I've been focusing on a career transition that isn't happening as fast as I would like, but I have a very full life, and I have a pretty awesome career, a pretty awesome family, and it's pretty cool to be able to support my wife through school while also pursuing art as a career. Not a whole lot of people can say that, so I'm grateful for what I have. That being said, I do want to be a better illustrator, not just a tattoo artist, and it can be difficult to accept that the pace that I would like that to happen isn't remotely possible. So changing my frame, reframing what I'm struggling through is pretty important. And if you're struggling with any of the same feels, I encourage you to do the same thing. Like, you cannot compare your career to anyone else's. There are variables beyond your control in both your career and someone else's career, so there's really no point in stressing about it, worrying about it, and all of that fun stuff. There's no race because there's no finish line, so one step in front of the other. If you're going to compare yourself to anyone, compare yourself to yourself like a year ago. Are you progressing? That's where we feel happiest, is tracking our own progress, not comparing where we are from where we want to be. Yeah, it's thinking about the gains you've made rather than the gap from where you are and where you want to be. There's a whole book about it by Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan called The Gap and the Gain. Awesome book, awesome mentality. So compare down into the past, not up into the future, because the future doesn't exist. And yeah, hopefully that helps someone else who needs to hear it as much as I did. Yeah. And Lane, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for rooting for me. Thank you for helping me learn and grow and keep my progress on an upward trend. Um, yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. On that note, I am out. I really do have to go. It's getting late in the morning for us, and I need to start cooking some lunch. But for everyone tuning in, thank you so much. For everyone who tunes in later, thank you so much. Check out my work at joshj.blog. It's over there on the bottom of that virtual iPad. The URL. Um, awesome, man. I hope you tune in for the next one. I want to try and get this portrait finished up today. It's so weird. So I feel odd. So streaming and drawing, I always get distracted and talk. Whereas if I can dip into flow while I'm just drawing solo or painting solo, I can knock a portrait out in like 20 minutes. I have timed myself. I've done this. But every time I look up and check the chat, I have to talk. So it slows me down, but that's okay. I don't care. I like the interaction. Ugh. But yeah, check out my work, check out my website, do those fun stuffs and things, and until next time, keep drawing, painting, writing, singing, dancing hearts out, and we'll talk soonish. I might do another stream later this week. I don't know. We'll see. All right, take it easy, everybody.